Hey guys, it's Daniela. Welcome back to my channel. Unless you're new, then hello. My name is Daniela, obviously, and thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. So today I wanted to film a voiceover. I wanted to do a really fun special event glam makeup with some light purple and glitter just to be extra. Don't forget to subscribe and like down below, and let's get started. So first I'm going to start off by moisturizing my face with this All Day Moisturizer by Olay, and I'm just going to rub that into my skin. It's really important to moisturize your face before you're putting on any makeup, just so everything has a smooth surface and everything like blends really easy. Now I'm just doing my brows. I'm using the Anastasia Brow Wiz in the shade Granite, just because my hair is really dark and I wanted a cool tone, really deep dark brown for my brows, or black for my brows. Now I'm just going to kind of conceal and carve out my brows with this Age Rewind concealer. And to prime, I'm using the Instant Pore Eraser from Baby Skin just to smooth out my skin and fill in my pores. I also use the Marine Boosting Mist just for fresh mist of primer. I'm using the Hourglass Vanishing Stick in the shade Porcelain, and I'm just putting this all over my face. It looks like I'm putting a lot, but for special events you really want a lot of coverage. And I'm just going to be taking my beauty blender, and it's damp, and I'm just going to be pressing that in my skin very lightly. And for concealer, I'm going to be using my all-time favorite, which is the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea, and this is in the shade Fair. And I'm just going to put that on the high points of my face, the usual places you would conceal. And then I'm going to blend it out with my beauty blender again. And now I'm going to use my loose airspun powder, and I'm just going to bake under my eyes. I always do this step. And I don't know what I'm doing right here. But yeah. And now I'm just going to set the rest of my face with the NYX HD finishing powder. Sorry, I think someone's like drilling or using a chainsaw. I don't know what that is in the background, if you can hear it, sorry. And I'm just wiping away that bake too. And now I'm going to prime my lids with my favorite primer. It's the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion in Eden. And I'm just going to blend that out with my Morphe E23 brush. And I'm setting that with that same loose translucent powder. And now I'm going to use some Milani Make It Last, just because I felt like my skin was looking a little cakey, not cakey, but like powdery. Now I'm going to be using Georgia from the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette, and I'm just going to be blending that into my crease as a transition shade. And now I'm baking the sides of my eyes the Jaclyn Hill method, just so I don't get any fallout, and like the structure of the eyeshadow placement is really neat and precise. And now I'm taking the Ice Cream palette from Dose of Colors. You can use the Kat Von D palette for this purple shade. I think it has a really good purple shade. Just any bright purple would work. And I'm using Lavender Honey. And I'm just going to use a Morphe N332, I believe. And I'm just going to put that in the crease. And I'm also going to switch brushes to an e.l.f. crease brush just to build up the pigmentation. Just a little bit more, and you'll see that in a second. But I'm basically just dragging it into the crease as well. I'm gonna be, no, right there. I'm just gonna be building this shade a lot, so you're gonna see me switching between those two brushes a lot for that purple shade, just so I can pack on the color and then blend it out. And I'm just really making sure that I like have really good pigmentation on the shade. It is very pigmented, but. And now I'm just going to blend out with that same crease brush I used earlier, and I'm also singing along to the music that was playing in the background, so if you see my mouth moving. Yeah, I'm just going to keep blending and building up the pigmentation. And now I'm going to be taking Blueberry Swirl from the same palette, and I actually am going to switch brushes. This is just an angled brush from e.l.f., but I'm just going to switch to another e.l.f. or eyeshadow brush from Bed Bath & Beyond. And I'm just going to be building up this color more on the outer corner and blending it out with the Sigma E36 brush. I just wanted to intensify the corner a little bit, and now I'm just wiping away that bake because I felt like the shape was pretty much there now. Yeah, I'm just going to keep blending that. And then building up the pigmentation. I'm going to do that a lot. It's honestly just building up a pigmentation and blending. And now I'm going to take my concealer and I'm going to carve out my lid. I'm going to carve out actually half of the lid. It's going to be kind of a half cut crease, just so I could be more precise with the eyeshadow that I'm going to put on my lid. And I really wanted some clean lines on there. And now I'm just patting it with my finger. I used a Wet n Wild concealer brush for that. Now I'm going to use my Becca highlighter in the shade Pearl, and I'm actually going to use this to pack onto my lid. I did experience some fallout, but that was fine with me. Yeah, I'm just going to pack that on. And then I'm also going to line my eyes. I'm not sure if I showed that clip, but I just lined the top part like above that white eyeshadow or highlighter. I lined it with the dark shade from that Dose of Colors palette just to put an outline of where I wanted the glitter. And this is the Heavy Metal glitter liner from Urban Decay. And yeah, that's exactly where I put the brown on before then. And I'm just gonna make a line. And then I'm tight lining with my Marc Jacobs highliner gel. Sorry, I'm trying to talk really fast. That's not really working that well. And now I'm just lining my waterline with a nude eyeliner. This one's from Rimmel. And I'm doing the same exact thing basically that I did to the crease on my lower lash line. So I'm just taking that Georgia shade again and running that my lower lash line. You can take any blending brush. And now I'm taking Lavender Honey, obviously. And then just putting that on my outer corner. And then I'm going to be taking Blueberry Swirl and doing the same thing, but focusing it more on the outer corner. And I really wanted to make sure that I connected the top lash line to the lower lash line, just so I could have that like really defined shape. That's where I take Hot Fudge. That was the shade I used earlier beneath the glitter, and I'm just using that to outline really tight to the waterline, just for some definition. Now I'm going to take my Becca highlighter again and highlight my inner corners. And I had a lot of fallout there, but that was okay. I just kind of patted it, and I just brought the highlight a little lower than I usually do, just because of that reason. And it ended up looking good anyway, so I didn't mind. Now I'm highlighting my brow bone and curling my lashes with my Sally Hansen lash curler, and then I'm going to use the Maybelliine Colossal Big Shot mascara. I really love this for the lower lash line. I think it's really good on the top lash line too. It's not my favorite, but it's still good. Now I'm using my L'Oreal Brow Plumper as usual, just to make sure my brows are set in place. Now I'm running that mascara through my lower lash line. And now I'm just going to contour. I'm going to use the Shade and Light contour kit. I'm going to use that cool tone contour shade right there and an e.l.f. contour brush. It looks kind of heavy when I first put it on, but you're going to see me blend it out in the clips. I just make sure to bring it upwards. I don't go downwards with it, because then that's just going to defeat the purpose of contouring, I think so. And now I'm going to take that middle shade. It's a really nice bronzer shade for light to medium skin tones. And I'm also going to blend out that contour with that as well. And then I'm just going to put that on the places I usually bronze, just to bring some color back into my skin, because I am so pale. And now I'm just going to bake under that contour. And highlighting using the same Pearl highlighter and a Morphe M310. This highlighter is really intense. Just because it's so white, I feel like it's super intense. And now I'm using Apricot in the Middle by Wet n Wild. I love this blush. I stopped using it for a while, but I think it's such a pretty and pigmented blush. You can really build up the pigmentation, but I feel like it's already pigmented on its own too. And I'm just taking that same contour shade I used with this Shade and Blend brush. I got from Walmart, and I'm just contouring my nose. And now I'm wiping away that bake and then swirling everything together. What I usually do, I think this is really essential to making sure everything looks nice and blended and seamless. And now I'm taking my favorite liquid lipstick of the moment. This is Rebel Rose by Wet n Wild, and I'm just applying that to my lips. Sorry, the heater's gonna turn on, so I'm not sure. So it's probably gonna be in the background. And now I'm just setting my face with some Chill setting spray from Urban Decay. It's really essential that you set your face, especially if you're going out. And that is the completed look. I hope you guys enjoyed this makeup tutorial, and let me know if you guys like voiceovers better or just me like actually chatting. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!